Hey everybody, so today's DIY project is this beautiful shelf that I came up with to store my perfumes on. It can sit on your vanity, on your dresser, in the bathroom, or wherever else you would like it. You can also use it for makeup or anything else that you would like. But I came up with this for my perfumes. So the first things you're going to need is two mirrors, and everything I got came from the Dollar Tree. So those two mirrors, and I'm using the ones with black frames. Then you will need these six mini glasses, and you will need 2 packs of those. I also grabbed some foil shred in silver just because I wanted to keep it in the silver color. And that love sign is also optional from Dollar Tree. These are some silver plastic napkin rings that are in the square or rectangle shape. And you can use 1 pack, but I have 2 packs. So then I also have some diamond wrap, which is optional, but what girl doesn't like bling? And then these are also optional. These are just some dome lights that came from Dollar Tree with the on off switch. I love those. And you'll also need your hot glue gun. So the first thing that you're going to do is flip your mirror over, take some of the rectangle napkin holders, and I just placed them where I wanted them to kind of get a feel of where I was going to glue them at. So that's what I'm showing you right here. You can do one in each corner just to kind of let the shelf be raised up off of the table or the counter. But I went ahead and wanted to put a whole row across the front just for the mirror effect at the bottom of the shelf. So that's how I'm going to do them. And then I decided to put a third one in the middle and the back just for extra support. So I'm just going to go through and hot glue those to the picture frame. And of course I'm going to speed this up. So I have all of them done except for this last one. So I'm going to glue that one on there. And I opted to keep the frame on the mirror because I don't like the sharp edges of just a mirror out of the frame. So I like the black frame, and that's why I went ahead and kept the frame on there. So now that I have that finished, I'm just going to flip it over, and of course that's going to be the back, and this is what the front would look like. And I just thought that was really cute to have like that mirror effect in the front. So then, like I said, this is optional. I took some of the bling wrap and I'm just measuring it, and I'm cutting another strip so that I'll have two available, one for the top shelf and one for the bottom. And then I'm going to cut it down into 2 strips right there so that it can go across that part. I didn't want this one to hang. I just wanted it to be flat on the frame. So I'm just gluing that across. And I didn't want that one to hang because I didn't want to cover up the napkin holders at the bottom. And then I'm just going to glue another strip, the other part that I cut off, on top. Just filling in the gaps. And then you will take the glasses, the plastic glasses, and your, what is that called? I forgot. Your little silver shreds, and that stuff gets on my nerves. It sticks to your fingers. This was the hardest part of the project, was getting that stuff off of your fingers. Around Christmas time I call it tinsel. So the tinsel is what irritated me about this whole project because getting it in the glass, it was like sticking to my fingers. But basically, you take it and you hot glue the bottom of the opening of the cup, and you glue that side down on the mirror So you have the bottom of the glass upwards, and you just do that around the whole frame. The good thing about the tinsel is when you turn the cup upside down, it doesn't come out, as you'll see right here. So that's just hot glue, and then you flip it over. That piece was trying to come out, but there you go. So you just glue all those around. Now I'm just cleaning off the glue webs off of it. So now you have the option to put a mirror on top right there and just be done. And then you can decorate it and put bling around the frame right there. I chose not to do that because I have some tall bottles of perfume, and I didn't think that they would fit under there how I wanted them to. So that is why you need 2 packs of those glasses, because I'm going to add another level to this. So then what I'm going to do is I am going to take the hot glue gun, and to the bottom of the second set of glasses, you just glue them bottom to bottom like that. And just adding the tinsel inside of the glasses, I just thought that gave that such a really pretty sparkly effect. Okay, so now that I have those all glued on, I ended up needing some E6000 glue for the simple fact that I was thinking if I would have used hot glue around the tops, I wouldn't have moved fast enough to get the mirror on there. The glue would have dried. So you need some E6000. That way you have time to put the mirror on top without the glue drying. So I went ahead and did that. And then after I set it up there, I actually left this to dry for about an hour. So I pressed it down, and then I left it for about an hour, and then I came back, and I am actually going to put the strip in the front, but this one I'm going to let it hang. And like I said, this shelf doesn't have to just be for uh, perfume. You can use it for your makeup. You can use it for your sunglasses. You can use it for cupcakes. It could be a display shelf for, things you might want to put on at a party. I just thought this was really cute, and I needed it to display my perfume, so that's what made me think of it. So right here, I'm just adding another strip of bling across the top. And you could have did this all the way around, but I didn't feel like it was necessary because I just didn't. So I just really kept the bling in the front. I like the black on there, so I didn't want to cover everything up. And then I'm just filling in the gaps. And that will pretty much be it. I have that little silver love sign. I was just trying to figure out where am I putting this at? And then I was thinking, did I want to glue this down? But I didn't end up gluing it down. I just set it back here, and I can move it if I want to. So I put it right there. And as you can see, I went in with the little lights, the dome lights, and I set those on the shelf just for a more, an effect as an accessory. I thought that was really cute. And you can see the love sign in the back. And like I said, I had tall bottles, so I didn't want to do just one level. That's why I added the second cups to make it a little higher. And there you have it, a really easy DIY shelving unit that you can use for whatever. And this costs under $10. And there it is sitting next to my beautiful makeup lipstick tower that I created. I have a candle up there and everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.